My child, stop everything right now. I am speaking to you with urgency, because this moment cannot be repeated in the same way again. Don't scroll. Do not wait. Don't tell yourself you'll come back later. Later is where many truths get lost. This is an important matter. I'm not trying to scare you. I just want to keep you safe. Heaven has stopped everything to hear this one word. Something was moving toward you, so I stopped the noise around you, slowed your steps, and brought your attention here. I love you too much to keep quiet. The fact that this moment feels so strong may surprise you, but that's because your spirit knows my voice before your mind does. I only want your attention, because just 1 minute of listening can keep you from being confused for the rest of your life. Follow me now. This break is a sign of mercy. Beloved, pay close attention to what I'm saying and allow my words to penetrate deeper than your thoughts. It wasn't a mistake that this message was sent to you. You are here now, out of all the times, paths, and distractions that could have happened. That shows me that your heart is still open, willing, and sensitive. Hold on. What you're about to hear could save your life. You lose more than just your body. You lose your way, your peace, and your future. I know how easy it would be to think this is just a coincidence or another message that you are getting today. But you and I both know that there have been too many hints. Too many times recently when you felt like something wasn't right, but couldn't put your finger on it. I'm going to answer that feeling now. I'm not far away. I'm not blind to it. I'm talking because I can see the road ahead better than you can, and I want to make sure you stay safe. My child, the bad guy wants you to skip over this and not pay attention. He doesn't need you to verbally turn me down. He just wants you to be busy, upset, and in a hurry. He is aware that remaining quiet when I speak makes him less smart. Since this is the case, please stop right now. Not tomorrow. Not until I read one more scroll. Not until you're done with what you're doing. Stop right now. The next word I say will change the course of your life. The word is magic, but only because following it will bring you back in line with truth. You've been at this quiet crossroads for a longer time than you think. You had a gut feeling that something had to change and that you were making a choice, even though you hadn't named it yet. This is the time when clarity comes. Do not rush by it. Don't go away. Don't let anything else take this moment away from you. Right now, I'm talking, and when I talk, things change, even if you can't see it right away. You were shown this message for a reason that will soon become clear. I did not bring you here to accuse or scare you. I brought you here to wake you up in a firm but gentle way. You've had more on your back than you should have. You've been navigating with limited visibility, going with your gut when I wanted to give you advice. Right now is not a time for stress. It has to do with alignment. There were times when things felt heavy, rest felt shallow, and joy felt far away. If you stay, you'll understand. Knowing gives you freedom, and I want you to be free. This is important, my beloved. But being in a hurry doesn't mean chaos. It has a meaning. Not everyone should do this, but you should. A lot of people will miss this moment and not even know it. They will say they were too tired, busy, or focused on something else. It's important that you are still here, though. Follow me through to the end, because what was written here was meant to keep you safe. You're not weak because you need to be protected. It was smart of you to accept it. Write "I choose awareness" in the comments to show that you are not running away from this pause. Please remember that being in the present moment is a sign of strength, not weakness. You're not feeling this way by chance. It's an invitation to be a part of something that will last forever. It's more than kind to support this mission through Buy Me a Coffee, a link in the description, and a pinned comment. It stands with the work of sharing the gospel with people who are still looking for the truth. Letter to the Romans 1:16 says that the gospel is the power of God to save people. That power reaches another life every time you buy a coffee. You help someone reach a turning point. You help someone make a big step forward. You do something for heaven on earth. Epistle to the Galatians 6:7 says that we will get back what we put in. When you put money into God's work, you put yourself in a position to receive His provision. Do something brave if you think lives can be changed. Buy a coffee today to help this mission reach more people. You have learned to live with your tiredness and worry, and you haven't said a word about them. But I can see them. I'm going to talk about it all now, not loudly, but clearly. I know this message may feel heavier than most, like it's meant to be taken seriously more than usual. That's because the truth is strong. It gets inside your soul and asks you to do something. Don't be scared of how you feel. In no way does it condemn. It is clear. I'm not here to take something from you. I'm here to give you what you've been missing but couldn't put your finger on. No one saw how faithful you were. You have lived through times you never thought you'd see. It's been longer than you thought you could wait. You are still here. That means you're ready for the next part. If this message speaks to you in faith, type "Amen" in the comments to show that your heart is open and ready. This is your chance to say, "I am listening, and I will not miss this moment." Please get this. Every seed you plant in this mission helps us follow Jesus' command to reach all the world. By buying me a coffee through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you help spread the gospel to people who might never set foot in a church. This isn't about having a platform. This is to honor the name of Jesus and reach out to hearts that are looking for answers, but are quiet. Matthew 28:19 in the Gospel tells us that Jesus wants us to go and make disciples. You help that command go on when you give. Your kindness gives someone who is struggling with hope. It turns into truth for someone who is confused. It turns into light in real darkness. Gospel of Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you." This is not a threat. It is a promise. God moves in ways you can't see when you let go of what you're holding on to. If this message moved you, have faith and answer it. Get a coffee. Plant a seed. Take part in what God is doing right now. If you really believe that today's blessing is for you, type "Amen" in your heart. My child, stay with me. Quiet down the noise. Take it easy on the breathing. Don't try to understand everything at once. Just let your heart listen. You don't have to figure it all out. In this moment, I want you to trust me. This place is safe for you. You can be seen here. You are being shown the way. As you keep listening, you'll understand that this break wasn't a bother, but an act of love meant to protect your life and help you move forward. My beloved child, grasp this clearly and allow it to settle gently in your heart. This moment is not a fluke. It's not a formula. It's not a mistake. You did not just happen to be here or get here at this time. I got in the way of your normal life because I could see something coming. I love you too much to let you walk forward without knowing what's going on. Heaven itself leaned into your normal day to keep you safe, not to scare you. What seems like a break is really an intervention. What seems like a break is actually a kind thing to do. I can see that your days are flying by. Each duty comes after the last one. One thought takes the place of the last. Even when you're tired or your heart feels heavy, you've learned to keep going and move forward, even if you don't fully understand why some things have felt off. You told yourself it was just stress, just being tired, or just a different stage. But there was a quiet change going on below the surface. Something subtle that couldn't be seen because everyone was in a hurry. That's why I told you to stop. Because you were aware that you were safe, and I wanted to give you what you needed before you needed it. Not because you were in immediate danger. There's no reason to be scared about this emergency. I don't use fear to teach my kids. Fear shuts you down, but love wakes you up. Dread is not what you feel right now. It's important. Being seen, picked, and cared for weighs a lot. I don't just walk into people's lives and start talking to them. I don't talk quickly for no reason. It's important that you pay attention when I do something like this. Something to do with your peace of mind, your future, or your path. To me, you are not just another person. People know who you are. People remember you. You are very important. Around you, paths were appearing that at first glance seemed safe. Options that didn't seem very good. Thoughts that struck a chord. Habits that seemed easy to control. Not anything exciting. There's nothing obviously dangerous. In this way, dangers that can't be seen often work. It's not like they make a lot of noise. They drift along quietly, waiting for someone to get tired or distracted, or for routine to make it hard to tell what's going on. I saw those things coming a long time before you did. I didn't wait for you to trip and fall. I stepped in early. That's what love does. It keeps you safe before harm comes. What makes this feel so important? Your spirit may be alert, while your mind is still trying to figure it out. That's because my voice is known to your spirit, even before you hear the words. Your soul knows when the truth is there. You were made so that you could answer me. You were created with a spirit that stirs when heaven speaks. Do not worry about that shaking you feel. It is in line. This feeling comes from your inner self, realizing that this moment is important. Right now, I want you to know that you are safe. You are not open. You are not at risk. You have been safe with me even when you weren't aware of it. I have done my best to slow things down. Some distractions have been turned down. I brought your attention to this spot because stillness is the best place for clarity. I'm not telling you everything at once, because the truth comes out safely when you wait. Now, all I ask is that you be here. Stay put. Pay attention. Let this moment do what it was meant to do. This is being told to you, not because you are better than other people, but because you are ready. You are not ready until you have everything planned out. It means you can pause, ask questions, and listen with an open heart. A lot of people don't notice times like this. Too often, they miss what was meant for them because they move or scroll too quickly. You stayed, though. That alone tells me something about how you feel. It shows me you pay attention even when you're tired. It tells me you are looking even when you're not sure. That tells me you value the truth, even if it changes your mind. Please help our channel. To make you happy and help you grow in your faith in God is our job. You can show your support by giving money through Super Thanks if you want to. This interruption wasn't meant to mess up your life. It was meant to keep it going. At times, love can look like an emergency, and protection can look like a warning. Right now, I'm not taking anything from you. I have something to offer you. I'm letting you see where you might have been blind before. I'm making things clear where they were getting fuzzy. You were never meant to carry things by yourself. But I'm letting you rest from that. These days, you've felt pressure that you can't quite explain. You felt like something had to change, but you didn't know what. You were restless, not because you weren't thankful, but because your soul felt like something wasn't quite right. I didn't make that up. That wasn't being weak. That was your spirit responding to my signals to be quiet. Right now is the answer to those signs. Now I can speak clearly because you are ready to hear clearly. You should let go of any thoughts that you are in trouble or that something bad is about to happen. This is not about getting in trouble. That's what this is about. I watch over the flock from ahead of it, not just next to it. If I see uneven ground, I gently lead people so no one falls. When I see danger coming, I change my plans before it's too late. That's what's going on now. You're safe. You'll be okay. You are being shown the way. Right now, let yourself feel the care. Allow yourself to believe that you are important enough for heaven to break up your routine. You are not forgotten. In the flow of the world, you are not forgotten. Your name is known to me. I know how hard it's for you. I understand the weight you carry in silence and know just what you need right now. My beloved child, stay with me. There is no reason to be afraid of this emergency. It's something to respect. The sound is love, talking loud enough to be heard over the other sounds. It's early protection coming. It's help coming along at the right time. You have been picked out, watched over, and are very important to me. Now is the time to subscribe if you haven't already. It's not the same as following a channel when you subscribe. It means putting yourself in a place where prophetic alignment can keep coming into your life. When you subscribe, think of it as putting yourself in a position to receive consistent guidance and making God's promises come true over your journey. As you keep listening, you'll understand that this break wasn't a break, but a turning point meant to keep you safe and help you move forward in peace. My beloved child, I warned you to put everything on hold because you can't see everything when you're moving quickly. I didn't tell you to stop because you were failing. I told you to stop because you were doing things without being aware of them. You learned to keep going because it was hard to stop and danger to slow down when so much was riding on your shoulders. You packed your days with things to do, your mind with ideas, and your quiet times with noise. Not because you weren't paying attention, but because you were tired and trying to get through it. But moving all the time makes spiritual sight worse. Being in a hurry makes it harder to see clearly. Multitasking makes the heart feel scattered. And I love you too much to let you go forward, even though you can't see well. You can only see what's in front of you when you're moving quickly. You act instead of understanding. You manage instead of understand. In this way, small threats are missed. That's how important signals get missed. The enemy doesn't have to cause chaos if he can keep you busy enough that you never look up. Noise is used as a cover. It's like speed as a shield against stillness. Being still is where my guidance is clear. That's why I want you to stop. It wasn't because I wanted to bother you, but because I wanted to keep you safe. It's not just your hands that have been busy. Your heart has too. You've tried to handle responsibility, feelings, expectations, and doubt all at the same time. You learned how to split your attention because you had to in real life. But a heart that is split can't really listen. It hears bits, not whole things. It can feel pain, but not where it is going. I'm not telling you to stop being responsible. I want you to take back your awareness. Being aware keeps you safe in a way that hard work can't. There are some dangers that don't show themselves. They don't look like threats. They show up as patterns, habits, or slow changes in how you think and feel. You can't see these things when you're in a hurry. You can only see them when you take a moment to realize how far away you are from peace, clarity, and alignment. So taking a break is not a sign of weakness. It is smart. Yes, it is obedience. To stay alive. You might have felt bad about stopping before. Telling yourself to rest was being lazy. Going less fast meant falling behind. When I paused, I lost control. But please hear me now. Control does not mean safety. Being aware is, and being aware grows when you are still. When you stop, the truth can come to the surface. Your spirit can talk to you when you slow down. You make room for my voice to be heard above the noise you're used to when you stop. I told you to stop because you were getting close to something you couldn't see. Not something that was meant to hurt you, but something that needed to be made clear. You would have missed warning signs because you were going fast. Inner checks would have been turned off by habit. Routines that were known would have hidden the misalignment. This is why I broke those patterns. I broke the rhythm that was keeping you from seeing what was important. That's why I stopped you this time. The break here is not a punishment. It's getting ready. I'm stepping in before the confusion gets worse, before the tiredness turns into numbness, and before small concessions become heavy loads. I'm not stopping the flow of your life. It's going somewhere else. Without direction, momentum wears you out. Mistakes happen when people act without thinking. Peace comes from being aware and loving what you do. Your time is not lost because you took a break. You're getting caught up now. You're getting in touch with the part of you that knows when something is wrong, that can tell when your alignment is shifting, and that wants clarity but has been too busy to listen. That connection is being fixed now. I'm not in a hurry because the truth doesn't move quickly. To be fully received, it needs to wait. I need you to pay attention to some things that you can't see if you're doing other things at the same time. Feelings you've been trying to hide, thoughts you would rather not have. You've become used to being tired. When you pause, these things can come up, but they don't have to overwhelm you. Instead, they can be dealt with in a kind and honest way. If you try to avoid them, they will only grow in silence. Facing them with me now helps me heal. I understand how uncomfortable it is to stop. When pain hasn't been dealt with yet, stillness can feel loud. When there are questions, the silence can feel heavy. but I'm with you during this break. Your thoughts are not unique to you. You are not left alone in the silence. I am here to guide, steady, and protect you. There is no empty space in this pause. It's full of my love for you. Being productive, moving with purpose, and moving quickly were all things you were taught to mean. But I use a different method. I put obedience above hurry. I'd rather listen than react. I value being aware more than how I look. Being in a hurry doesn't prove anything to me. Being busy doesn't make you safer. By paying attention, you get protection. We need to pause in order to stay alive, not because everything in the world is dangerous, but because life needs wisdom, and wisdom needs stillness. A shepherd doesn't lead his sheep through land they don't know. He makes them move more slowly. He looks at the ground. It's his job to hear sounds that don't belong. He leads them with patience, because that's what keeps them safe. I'm doing that with you right now. I'm slowing you down so you can see better. The noise is being turned down so you can hear the truth. I'm stopping you so you can see where you are and where you want to go. This isn't loss. This is care. Do not rush to end this pause. Don't rush back to the noise. Now is the time to learn that giving up is not the same as failing. Yes, it is obedience. It's trust. It means strength in check. This place is safe for you. You are being shown the way here. When you move forward again, you'll do it with peace instead of stress, clarity instead of doubt, and awareness instead of fear. I told you to put everything on hold because I wanted you to pay attention to what was important. Living in the truth, following the path, and hearing my own voice. There's no need for this pause. This act of love is meant to keep your path clear and keep your heart safe. Come with me. Allow this silence to do its thing. It's not a waste of time. You are getting ready. My beloved child, I want you to calm down and pay close attention right now, because what I'm about to say is more important than you think. Sometimes a lot of words are said, and they fly by like wind. There are times when just one word I say settles in someone's heart and changes everything that comes after. I am not a careless God who speaks. I don't just say things for no reason. It gives me direction, protection, correction, and life when I say the right word at the right time. That's why I want you to stop. That's why this moment is a little heavy. There is a word coming together. It is not light because it is meant to hold you steady. Father, we want to thank you for everything you've done. You have lived long enough to know that not all words are the same if your heart is full of thanks. Some words stick with you for a long time. Someone saying one sentence to you can change how you think, what you do, and how you see yourself. If words spoken by people can do that, what can my word do when given trust and attention? My friends' lives have changed because someone paid attention when it would have been easier to ignore. There was less damage because someone listened to one warning. People have found hope again after following one instruction. This isn't making things up. Being able to listen has this quiet power. There are a lot of people who believe that fate only changes when big things happen, or when people work hard for a long time. But fate often hinges on a much smaller piece of metal. A moment to hear, a choice to stop. Are ready to hear one word instead of many distractions. People have missed something that could have saved them, not because I didn't say it, but because they didn't stop to listen. I've also seen people saved, redirected, and strengthened because they listened even when it was hard or unclear. Before I say the word, I want you to understand why I'm building up the excitement. It's important to be ready to carry weight. A word said too quickly might not be taken seriously. A word that is heard without being prepared for can be misunderstood. You are not being kept from me. I'm getting you ready. This word needs to land in a place where it can grow, not in a heart that is in a hurry. That's why I slowed you down, made you quiet, and made you look inside. You might be curious about why a single word is so important. It's important because what I say doesn't just describe reality. They make it. That's not what I say when I talk. When truth is received, it straightens out what was out of place. With just one word, I can clear things up where there was chaos. It can make people less impulsive when they were being impulsive. Sometimes it can give people courage when they've been afraid. But it only works if it is heard with a humble heart. Think about times when one piece of advice could have kept you from hurting. A time when a warning came quietly, but you didn't pay attention to it because you were tired, busy, or not sure what to do. You didn't mean to make the wrong choice. You just didn't listen all the way through. I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad again. I'm doing it to show you why this moment is important. You are getting something that many people wish they had paid attention to sooner. You're getting it now, not later, because later usually comes after damage has been done. I'm not telling you the word yet, because I want you to understand how important it is before you hear it. You should know that what I'm about to say is not just general advice. There is no motivation in that language. It's not something to admire and get over. This word is meant to be kept, remembered, and come back to. It won't require any work from you. It will need your attention. It won't be too much for you. It will help you stay steady. There are times when silence teaches, and times when just one word keeps you safe. At this very moment, you stand. You might not see everything that's coming. I do, though. I see the paths coming together. I can see that the pressure is rising. I can see the choices coming up. I also know the word you need to hear right now, so you don't have to learn it the hard way later. This is how I take care of my kids. I lead before harm comes, not after it happens. If you feel like this word is talking to you, subscribe now to stay in touch. When you do this, you choose to stay in line with God's prophetic guidance. Do not leave the place where your spirit is being prepared and strengthened. If someone would just listen once, they could change a lot of lives. Someone who didn't rush when everyone else did. A heart that didn't close up when it would have been best to do so. A soul that picked obedience over being told what to do. They didn't always get it right away. The meaning of a word would sometimes slowly become clear, but they were held by it. So it held them. It held me steady when things got confusing, guided me when I wasn't sure what to do, and kept me from giving in to temptation. I want you to have that. I want you to be stable, not worried, led, not guessing, safe, not reactive. That's why I watch what I say. That's why I'm being careful now. You won't miss anything if you wait a little longer. There is more to you now. You're making room in your heart for what really matters to come in. You might feel more interested and want to know the word right away. It's a good desire. It means you're interested. Honor should go with it, though. It should go with being ready. It should go with trust. Don't worry about what I say. I know when and how to say it. What I say will help you, not hurt you. This word won't make you guilty. It will not blame you. It won't make you think of the times you failed. It will tell you about where you are and where you want to go. It won't be small, but it will be easy. That is, it will be clear, not just plain. You'll know it when you hear it, not because it sounds dramatic, but because it speaks deeply to what your spirit has been feeling all along. My beloved child, stay with me. Let the excitement make you pay more attention, not the impatience. You are being asked to be a part of a moment that has been saved for many people before you. One word is coming, and it's important because it brings love, safety, and direction. Before we go any further, type Amen in the comments to show that you are ready to trust and be humble about that word. If you want to receive something from heaven, promise yourself that you will not take it lightly. You'll understand why I told you to stop everything, to hear it when it spoke. You are not the only one who gets this message. There are other people who want to hear the same truth that made you stronger. Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew 9:37 that the harvest is plenty. Giving to this cause through Buy Me a Coffee is like joining the harvest. Your gift helps the truth get out there. It makes believers stronger. It gets to people who are quietly pleading for help. In Gospel of Luke 6:38, Jesus showed a kingdom exchange when he said, "Give, and it will be given to you." What you let go of goes into God's plan, and what goes into God's plan grows. You are planting for salvation, restoration, and renewed faith when you buy a coffee. Now is your chance. Take a faith-filled step forward. Put your money into what God is building, and trust Him to breathe more than what you let go of. Listen to me with an open heart, my beloved child, because I don't want to scare you with what I'm about to tell you. I want to gently wake you up. It's not often that destruction makes noise. It doesn't always show up as chaos, crisis, or a clear collapse. Most of the time it comes slowly, quietly, and almost politely. It comes with normal days, safe habits, and routines you're used to. It doesn't make itself known as dangerous. It shows up as ease, rest, delay, and not now. When the enemy wants to destroy slowly without being seen, he does this. He doesn't pull you away right away. To start, he takes your attention just a little off-center. He doesn't say to turn away from the truth. He tells you to scroll down a bit more. He doesn't say, give up on what's important. Afterward, he tells you, take care of this. He does not say to stop hearing. He says, you're worn out, take a break. And none of these sound bad by themselves. Because of this, they work. What scrolling does to you is more dangerous than what it shows you. It takes away stillness. It takes away reflection. It takes away the peaceful times when your spirit would normally be able to tell when something is wrong. When you hear a lot of noise, your mind forgets how to listen. Your heart stops beating when your eyes are always moving. It doesn't matter what you scroll through as long as you don't stop long enough to hear my voice. It's the same with noise. Sound all the time. Talking all the time. Information all the time. You try to avoid silence because it makes you feel bad. When you're alone, silence makes you feel what you've been trying to avoid. Question marks show up when there is silence. When there is silence, my guidance is clear. This makes noise a wall against being aware. You are trying to stay alive without feeling too stressed out, not because you are doing something wrong. That's what the enemy does. He doesn't say that you need noise. He just keeps pushing me in a quiet way until the silence feels strange and my voice seems far away. Another tool he uses often and gently is being tired. Not just being physically tired, but also emotionally and spiritually worn out. When you're tired, you're not as strong. If you are tired, you pick ease over being smart. When you're tired, later seems like a good idea. You tell yourself you'll think about it tonight, pray about it tomorrow, and deal with it when you're stronger. Later, though, turns into a habit, and tomorrow is just another day. And habits determine where you go. Also, emotional overload takes a while to work. When you have too much on your heart at once, you stop figuring out what's important. You can't tell the difference between what's important and what's nothing. You numb yourself to feel lighter because everything feels heavy. You stay away from depth because it feels hard. You pick distraction because it seems like something you can handle. Your enemy doesn't put all the stress on you, but he knows how to use it against you. He knows that when your heart is full, it's hard to listen deeply. Later might be his most quiet weapon. It sounds smart to wait. Later sounds calm. Later sounds like a good idea. If you're spiritually aware, though, later often means never. Later lets little alerts fade away. Later gives unease time to become normal. Later lets misalignment get worse without being noticed. I'm not saying that taking a break is bad or that waiting is always bad. I'm saying that the heart slowly gets dull when the truth knocks and is repeatedly put off. This is how damage is done without violence. Not because of one big fall, but because of 1,000 little ones. They didn't rebel in a public way. They ignored them. Not because they hate the truth, but because they are used to noise. It's happened to a lot of people that they never knew when their lives changed for the better. There was no big bang. There was no big deal. Only a slow loss of attention took place. My beloved child, listen to me now. Let this bring you peace, not fear. You're not lost. You're not behind schedule. It's not already too late for you. You're here. And just staying here is already a form of resistance. The quiet strategy that works best when you're not here with me is weakened every moment you are here with me. You don't have to fight more. There is no reason to be afraid of the enemy. All you have to do is listen. It takes strength to stay. Saying I stay means that your soul is more important than anything else. Staying means you won't let being tired decide your future. If you choose to stay, you are choosing awareness over avoiding. Being aware is powerful, even if you don't feel strong right now. The enemy can't slowly kill what's still awake. Allow yourself to be amazed at how soft my defense is. I didn't wait until there was harm. I spoke while things were still not too clear. I stepped in while there were still not many options. As soon as patterns turned into chains, I called your attention to them. That's love. That's taking care. That's the heart of a shepherd who looks both ahead and behind. Don't be hard on yourself for the times you were distracted. I understand how human you are. I know how much you weigh. I know how loud everything is. You are not being judged by me. I want you to become clear. Being aware doesn't accuse. It gives light. And now there is light where there was once only noise and distraction. This is a good time to remind yourself that you're not weak for needing help. It was smart of you to accept them. Just because you were tired doesn't mean you failed. You're getting better because you stayed. You will start to notice things more quickly as you keep listening. Unease will come over you sooner. You'll know when noise is trying to take the place of truth. My child, stay with me. Let the slow work of becoming more aware make you stronger. When destruction is seen, it loses its power. Send this message to someone right now if you know they need it. You send more than just a video when you share it. You are spreading the anointing and making it possible for breakthrough to reach people in your network. At the moment, exposure is happening slowly, lovingly, and without fear. This place is safe for you. This place keeps you safe, and by staying, you're already moving away from what was trying to slowly throw you off. White, amen. Lord, I still believe in you, if your faith has been strong through everything. Share this video too. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.